Hey, my name's Joe, and I'm a recent graduate of Parsons New School for Design and Technology. Um, I'm also a huge fan of extreme sports. I've been involved in BMXing and skateboarding for the majority of my life, and for the past year, I've been developing a hardware and mobile application combination that actually would allow skaters to track flip trick data and play and compete across distances. Over the summer, Pivot was the centerpiece for CityLore's Project Kickflip. Students were taught how to create their own Pivot skateboards, and at the end of this program, kids who had no experience in electronics or in code had created 10 trick tracking skateboards and developed 2 new games for the Pivot platform. I'd like to thank the RGA Accelerator for your time, and I really hope we get to work together soon in the future. Thanks. Again, my name is Joe, and thank you for your time. How's it going? My name's Joe, and I'm a recent graduate of Parsons New School for Design and Technology, and I'm also a huge fan of extreme sports. I've been BMXing and skateboarding for as long as I can remember, and it's really just a huge part of my life. And for the better part of a year now, I have been working as founder on Project Pivot, And Pivot is a combination of electronic hardware embedded in a skateboard that communicates directly with a mobile application, allowing skaters to share and compete and play across vast distances, in essence, anywhere in the world. So, over the summer, Pivot was also the centerpiece for CityLore's Project Kickflip, where students were taught how to create their own Pivot trick tracking skateboards. So over the summer, Pivot was the centerpiece for CityLore's Project Kickflip, where students learned how to create their own Pivot trick tracking skateboards. In this program, skater youth who had no experience in coding or electronics or anything technical learned how to wire up their own skateboards, apply sensors, and program them in 6 weeks. And at the end of this program, students had not only created 10 trick tracking skateboards, but also 2 new games for the Pivot platform. So ideally, I'd like to keep Pivot open source so that game designers, artists, students, educators all have access to this hardware and can all use this to adapt it to whatever they'd like. So moving forward with Pivot, currently I'm working with 2 engineers to create a production model of the Pivot hardware. And in essence, this just means that all of the electronics are going to be custom fit into the base plate of a custom truck we're currently designing. All of the electronics are still going to be Arduino compatible, so if you know how to code in Arduino, you can modify the code for Pivot. Now this is cool for, like I said, education and game design. And alongside this, we have developed an app to support the incoming trick data from the board. I really, really hope that this gets to see. I really, really hope Pivot makes it to the customers. I really hope people begin to use this project. I'm really excited to see this thing get into the wild and see people start to use it for education, for game design purposes, and for skating. I really can't wait to see people having fun with this project, and I'm really excited to work with all of you. Again, my name is Joseph Volpe, and thank you for your time.